Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Getting ready to do the weekend update. We're going to start with tomorrow, Saturday, May. What is tomorrow? Oh, shit, tomorrow's the 8th. Well, what the hell? We're going to roll from Saturday to Wednesday. So we're going 8 to 12. Those of you that will be lucky enough to have a break in the action this weekend, take it, use it wisely, please. Those of you that ain't going to get a break in the action this weekend, do your best. That's about all I can say is do your best. It's weird to me because my cousin is a Taurus also. She's an April Taurus. And we are kind of like at different points, even though we're just a couple years apart in age. We're just at different points in life. And, you know, my shit is just zoom, 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 zoom. All her, girl, I'm chilling. I'm like, wait, I don't have no chill moment, shit. But it's all good. In part, a lot of the differences in Tauruses right now has to do with whether or not you're an April or a May Taurus with Uranus. Uranus hit the April Tauruses first. So they had quite a year prior to 2020 where last year, everybody's year was fucked up. Which one to tell you? But April Tauruses caught the headwinds of Uranus when it first entered our sign. I think it was back in 2019, 2018, 2019, whenever. But they caught it first, and they went through some shit. You know, us May Tauruses was like, well, Uranus where? What are you talking about? We didn't begin to feel it until the end of 2019, May Tauruses. So if you notice those differences, that is exactly why, April or May. And as a planet goes through the sign, it starts at the beginning. So obviously the April Tauruses would feel it. We will feel the ass kicking in a very good way next year. So many May Tauruses, you're laying groundwork for shit for next year. There are some astrologers that will tell you that 2021 is not a year for anything but career and money. I disagree with that because the rest of your life don't get put on hold, but there is a big emphasis for Tauruses this year on career and money, particularly those Tauruses that are getting ready to get the swift kick in the ass from Uranus next year. So, overall, while I'm joking about a lull in the activity and whatnot, what is this 9 of Cups doing out here? I'm going to stick that right there because it just popped up. What the hell? Use this time this year, this feeling like you're in a rut or a slowdown, to really get your shit together. And I don't just mean, you know, cleaning up the house and other shit, but getting the internal work done. Moving up to another level spiritually, if you will. Use this time wisely because I promise you, when the shit starts rolling and start rolling downhill, it is not going to take names. It is not going to ask for phone numbers. It's just going to roll right over you. So, as I said at the beginning of this, those of you that are fortunate enough to have a break in the weekend, this weekend, take it. Those of you that don't, buckle up. That 9 of Cups, I don't know what the hell. Last thing I saw was that. Overcoming fears. And I know where this is going. Let me just get the cards on the table and shut up. Stretch and expand. What are we talking about here? Make mistakes. Improvise. Challenge for the next handful of food days. Saturday. Sunday. Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday. And this tap into primal power card keeps popping up for Taurus. I think it came up for Taurus and Aquarius last night. That's what the hell's happening. Being yourself, being your truly authentic self. Once again, overcoming difficulty. Damn, on both sides from the wands. It's a death card. That's major energy. So overcoming your fears and overcoming difficulty. I have a feeling that many of you are just treating this like it's a damn sprint. you know, the 440 and you get ready to get on down the road. Slow down. Slow down. But where you do need some momentum is to overcome whatever challenges you may have. This is up in the top end of your overall energy. As you're expanding and growing. So it's really about where you're placing the momentum. When it comes to relationships, and I'm not just talking about romantic or sexual, none of that. I'm just talking about across the board. Slow down. Slow down. Yes, you need the momentum to overcome difficulties. Yes, you need that momentum. You know, you need that one moment to say, fuck it, I'm going anyway, to overcome your fears. But when it comes to dealing with people, looking at that 3 of Cups, slow down. Slow down. King of Pentacles down here. You know, and that's us. That's the big boss. Mastery. Arrogance. That's slow energy. That's not, you know, get it right now energy. That's slow energy. The top end with the overcoming difficulties and the growth and expansion card up here, stretch and expand as it's called. Many of you are feeling you got growing pains. You know, many of you antsy. You ready to run the hell out the house right now. And you're trying to balance that energy and overcome the difficulty of dealing with challenges. Trying to work out getting a new job. Trying to make a decision. That's on the back end of your overall energy. Of what kind of manifestation you have going on in your relationships. That shit right there. The back end of your overall energy. The Knight of Swords with the make mistakes. We got to get out of this thing of it's got to be this way or that way or the other way. It's okay to make a mistake. You don't grow. You cannot talk about growth. You cannot talk about stretching and expanding without talking about mistakes. Anybody you want to talk to that's a celebrity, one of them one-name characters, you know who I'm talking about, Beyonce, Madonna, Jay-Z. Come on. The list is endless. All of them made mistakes somewhere in their career. I don't care what. Actors, actresses, politicians, and you can just look at TV and see they just on the fuck up daily. But anyway, everybody makes mistakes. You don't grow unless you fuck up. And I think when we get that in our heads, we'll be better. Because we expect that if we grow, everything is just going to be so perfect. Yeah, no, that's not what's happening. When you are really, really stretching beyond, really, really overcoming the difficulty or overcoming fears, you going to fuck up somewhere. Because this shit don't come in no damn instruction booklet. It don't. We come here with Jack. And pretty much it's whatever your parents know, that's what you get. Anything else, you got to reach out and get it yourself. We don't come with a booklet. When you have kids, many of you are mothers or fathers. You have kids, they don't come with booklets. You know, the fuck do I do with this? Shit, because they don't come with booklets. Be cool. Make peace with fucking up. Just make peace with fucking up. That's the best thing I can say. Because that fuck up will be the one thing in your life that might change your whole life for the better. Knowing that one thing that you fucked up can make the difference. People that don't fuck up, I don't really want to deal with because they're on something else and I'm not there and I'm not even trying to wrap my brain around that. People that fuck up are welcome to my house anytime. I'm just saying. And I'm not talking about the kinds of mistakes, you know, the thing that comes to mind, somebody that's a serial cheater or somebody that's constantly lying. I'm not talking about those kind of mistakes. That's just general fuckery. I'm talking about when you reach out to do something. You start out to do something and you don't know everything and you make a mistake. You go to make a cake and you don't realize, you know, your altitude is too high to make this particular cake and the cake come out and it don't pop, it don't do nothing. It's just flat. That's making a mistake. You learn from that though. You need that. You need that. In making decisions, because this is what's in your gut. You know you got some decisions you need to make. Should I stay or should I go? Whoever that's resonating for. Could be about a lot of things. Could be making decisions about a lot of things. Don't be afraid. Now, don't be afraid to make a mistake. But let me say this. Don't ignore red flags. So if you're dealing with relationships, especially new ones, don't ignore the red flags. If you're getting into an old situation, whatever, discuss whatever the issues might have been in the past and move forward. But don't move forward thinking you're not going to make mistakes or thinking the other person is not going to make a mistake. That would be flawed. That would be seriously flawed thinking, and you'd be pissed at the end of this going, anybody tell me to make no mistakes. She made a mistake. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay to make a mistake. Get good with that. Get cool with that. And let that sit in your soul that it's okay. And forgive yourself if you do. Okay, what is anybody going to do if you make a mistake? The hell? Just saying. The challenge here is to improvise. It may take some sacrifice. Things that you're trying to manifest, it may take some sacrifice, of time or effort or whatever. But I'm also getting the message that you need to look at the sacrifices that you're making. And if you're making sacrifices and you're not seeing a benefit, you ain't getting the warm welcome and the happy wreath and the people cheering you. Fuck it. Is that a sacrifice you need to make? Just saying. Improvise. Get in where you fit in, fake it till you make it. All of that. It's good. This is the energy for it. Step in. Take the lead if you have to. Whatever improvise means to you, run with it. Whatever you feel like you need to do, do it. Don't be sitting around waiting on them to cue up the orchestra and put the happy music and stuff. Fuck all that. Something needs doing. Improvise. Get with it. Don't let things stagnate. Some of that is about overcoming your fears. Some of that is about overcoming difficulty. With the death card right here for tomorrow's energy, as you begin moving forward on certain things, because you may have spent the last 10 or 15 days dwelling on a particular subject or two and deciding that you're going to overcome whatever fears, be open to the experience. Be a channel. And I'm taking this in a very different sense. Be a channel like on a radio station. Be a channel. Get the whole signal. All of it. Get all of it. And overcome your fears about moving forward. Be open. The more open you are, the better. If you're coming in with rigid rules and shit, that ain't gonna cut it. Just ain't gonna cut it. It's not going to. Right next to that, Sunday's energy with the Fool. Talking about making a mistake. Oh, damn. Getting ready to take a risk. It's okay. There are going to be some painful but necessary losses. And when you get to the end of it, you're going to be like, I'm glad I let that shit go. Because that was holding me back. That part. You may need to create some space mentally around whatever this is, whatever decision making. You may need to just designate some specific time that's coming up in Sunday's energy, but it may also be on Tuesday or Wednesday. You may find yourself with an hour or two. Think about what direction you're going in. That's creating that sacred space, allowing yourself to sit in the decision-making process as you get ready to move forward. Once again, talking about overcoming difficulty and overcoming your fears. When we get to Tuesday, or Saturday, and Monday's energy, with the Three of Cups on top of the give and receive, there's a relationship on offer. As a matter of fact, for some of you, it might be 2 or 3 relationships on offer. If you're not already knee-deep in it, by the beginning of the week, you will get your feet wet for sure. If there is healing that needs to be done on your part, do it. Do it. At least get to a point where you can recognize triggers if that's the issue, or you can recognize things that you don't want in your relationship or in your partnership, and realize that it's a give and take. So you got to give as good as you get. And if you're cross-watching, that's you too. You got to give as you can't expect to just get all the time and not have to turn around and give. Make sure that the things that you're contemplating, and the things that you're sick of whining back here with sacrifices, make sure there's balance and equal give and take in what you're thinking or contemplating getting ready to do. Think about it. And if you can feel like there's some kind of imbalance, even on the improvised card, look at all those triangles. Crazy as they look, they still are imbalanced. If you're getting ready to embark upon something and you feel like there's a little imbalance there, speak up. Mercury runs retrograde on the 29th, so we're already in the shadow period. Don't be fucking around talking about, hey, we speak now. You got questions. You want to know how something's going to go. Or if you feel like you're giving more than you're receiving, speak up. It opens a door to healing for some of you. And for others of you, it opens the door to greater things. That part right there. Looking at Tuesday's energy with the King of Cups on the backside and the honor of the lineage. Some of you may be in some third-party situations. This is what this is telling me right here, that infidelity. At some point, you're going to have to honor, somebody's going to, it might not be you, but this is the energy around you. Somebody is going to have to honor their responsibilities to somebody. I don't know how that's resonating. Somebody might still be married. Not you, Taurus, maybe the other person, or it could be Taurus. But however it's resonating, you got to honor what you're in right now. You just do. And you have to honor the past. So if you're in a situation with somebody and you're trying to get out of it, you got to recognize that being in that situation got you to where you are today. That part right there. And yeah, think about if what you're giving, once again, is what you're getting. Is there equal give and take? And this, a lot of times, is where infidelity starts. On either side of that coin, the person feeling like they're giving too much, they could tip out. The person that is not giving enough, they could tip out because they don't feel like they measure up, or they don't feel like they are equal to their partner. And so instead of dealing with it, they'd rather just go meet somebody new and start fucking around. It's time to clear up third-party situations, Taurus. That's what I'm going to tell you. So if you're dealing with someone who's in a situation and they talking that bullshit about they coming, they on the clock. They need to get with it. That's where we at with that right now. So if you've been in a situation with somebody, whether it's you that's married or them that's married or live in, kids, whatever, chop chop. Decision-making time is here. Ain't nobody bullshitting around right now. And see, this is all this energy about overcoming difficulties and overcoming your fears. Some of you might be afraid to deal with getting a divorce from your partner because the fuck is on the other side of that. I don't know if I want to be single. Huh? Just better the dog I know than the one I don't. Let all that shit go. Let all that shit go. Those of you that are dealing with people that are in third-party situations, they're married or they're living with someone, they got kids, whatever. Chop, chop. Time to go. We ain't got time to fuck around. And there's your 9 of Cups. Consolidating. For many of you, shit will work to your favor. For others of you, you may decide to walk away before anything gets to work wherever because you're just tired of dealing with whatever. At any rate, this is not the energy to be sitting around talking about, hey, good, she would have, no. Time to go. It is time to get up and go. By the time you get into Mercury retrograde, you should be experiencing some things. It should be like a review, a movie review of what's gone on in the last 6 months. You may have some people floating in and out of your experience during that time. That's May 29th when Mercury retrograde starts. Like I said, shadow period is usually 2 weeks. So shadow period wouldn't actually start to the end of next week, like the 13th or 14th or 15th. But if you're paying attention, I went to my mailbox today. Let me just tell you. I done ordered some shit for my birthday and I'm waiting patiently. They got all the mailboxes open and they have these nice little signs. We're sorry, your mailboxes have been broken into. All mail is at blah 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 post office. You have to go pick up your mail. The fuck? Wait a minute. How you gonna fuck up my groove like that? So now everybody gotta go to the post office. Hello, Mercury retrograde. That shit right there. So we're already kind of in this energy. Recognize that. So things that you need to be making a decision on, I'm not trying to rush you to make that decision, but I'm trying to at least get you to the point where you understand or have some feeling about what you want to do moving ahead. Again, Nine of Wands, the Death card. It's time to overcome everything. Put the peace sign up and tell people to get the fuck out your way. That's pretty much where we're at. We get to the last little card and tap into your primal power with the King on top. Like I said, slow energy, but it's time to get going. It is time to get going. Pentacles, that's us. This is us. There's some things you need to get down to a walk, away from a run, and check it out. But don't let that hold up the rest of the process. Don't let that hold up the rest of the process. As you get further into the week, that kingly energy. And don't fake the funk on this one. Be you. Tap into what's in your heart and what's in your soul and be you. And people that don't like it, there's that arrogant part right there. Tell them to kiss your pinnacle. Period. That part. It's that kind of energy, ladies and gentlemen. So really, the overall picture, you need to modulate what needs to happen right now so you can overcome whatever difficulties and fears and spasms you might be having about a relationship, a job, a supervisor, whatever. Get some kind of focus. If you haven't necessarily made a decision, start narrowing shit down to the final two, however that resonates. And then areas that you need to slow down and be the king or the queen, the pentacles, it don't matter what the gender is, get that mastery going. Because you are the master of your destiny. And get a little arrogant about shit. Slow the fuck down. You get to this point, like, you know what? Okay. I'm going to overcome the difficulty and the fear. I'm going to slow this part down right here. And I'm going to sit down and watch and see what happens. How about that? But I'm still going to do me. Whoop. That part. Let's see what the granny cards got for my fellow bullies. Hashtag bull gang. I love y'all. Don't you love Taurus season? Just birthday season. Just give you the warm fuzzies and shit, don't it? I'm just saying. Even if you don't do nothing, this time of the year is just good to be a bull. Damn it. Flowers blooming and raining and warming up and shit. Yeah. Springtime. Bully time. Yes. Someone is watching. Oh, shit now. That is ping-ponging on both sides. Work and relationships. Step your game up. Step your game up. Yeah, you're going to have some moments here, especially if you're talking about overcoming difficulties. Death card right here. The Fool right here. The two major energies. But you got the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, that male, masculine, damn it, I'm getting it done energy. You're in the power seat, Taurus. But, you know, folks is going to try your nerve. You get there, ask Scotty to beam your ass up and teleport your ass to the other dimension so you don't lose your cool. This will probably be another one of them weeks where you might have to actually run through the China shop because somebody going to try to bluff you out, that part. But for the most part, you should just probably focus on having, you know, flowers in your horns and making sure your hooves are all pretty and shit. And get left to center, just zone out. And some of you, that's at work. You got people that just, and that the person that sits next to you that just talks all damn day long about bullshit. Nothing important. Their kids, their grandkids, the dog, the neighbor's dog. Someone is watching. You see that? All that light up here. Might not be able to see it, but someone is watching. So, a lot of romantic shit right there. So, you know, look your best, bulls. Look your best. Know your limits. Know your limits. Especially you're dealing with overcoming fears and difficulty. Just because you're trying to overcome something, don't try to chomp off more than you can actually chew or run through. Know your limits. Know what they are. Something is too much, get real with that and let it go. My bull babies, I love you. Happy birthday. Today's your birthday. Yesterday, a couple days ago, a couple days away. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.